video is going to be a review of the new Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Primer, Foundation, and Powder. I just finished doing my makeup and this is how it turned out, and without saying too much, I'll say that I'm in a very good mood. So if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and if you want to see my thoughts on these products, then just keep watching. All right, you guys, so I have the 3 products that I'm going to be trying out today right here. I did order these from Sephora's website, and it was really weird because they came in 2 different boxes and at 2 different times, so I'm not sure what all that was about, but the powder actually got to my house like 2 days before the primer and foundation did. So I'm really nervous to try these out because, well, 1, I just feel like I'm kind of picky with my foundations and powders and primers, and 2, these were all really expensive because they are from Pat McGrath, and Pat McGrath is a very luxurious high-end brand, but I really wanted to try these products out. I'm not super experienced with Pat McGrath. I've only tried a couple of products, so I saw they were coming out with these 3 products and I knew that I needed to try them out. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into the makeup. So the first product that we're going to be using is right here. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Primer, and you get 1 fluid ounce in here, and this retails for $60, which that's a lot for a primer. I will say right away, the unicorn packaging is very nice. I love the gold reflective text that is on the matte black box. I feel like it's very high quality, just, you know, right away. We've got the product inside. I haven't looked at any of these, so hopefully I got the right shade. You guys know my shade matching wavelength has been off recently. So this is the primer. This is what the packaging looks like. I will say that it feels very lightweight and very cheap. It's like a plastic bottle. The label is made out of the same material as the box, it feels like, and it's already like peeling off, which not a fan of that. So right away, based on this packaging, I would say this does not feel like a $60 product. So this should be interesting. It does have a pump, which is nice. It feels very light too, so it's not even like a heavy plastic bottle. It's a light plastic bottle with a paper wrapper. So I guess I'll give you a little bit of information about the product before we dive in. This is supposed to smooth, hydrate, and blur. It has hyaluronic acid in it, which I'm very excited to see. It's a water-based primer, and it says that it gives matte moisturization, whatever that means. So I'm just gonna pump some out onto my hand. So this is about a pump and a half of product. It looks different than what I expected. It kind of has almost like a very light pinky hue to it, but it basically looks kind of like a white-ish product. I do have very oily skin, so the fact that it says matte is very intriguing to me. Right away, it does have a slight silicone consistency, but it also feels more wet and watery than a regular silicone primer. For example, the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer or Maybelline Baby Skin or anything like that. It has a similar silicone-y feel, but it also feels like I'm putting water on my face at the same time, so it feels more moisturizing than a straight up silicone product would just right away. I can't tell if it really has a scent or not. I don't think it does, but it may. If it does, it's very, very faint. So this is what the primer looks like on the skin. I think it looks fine. It feels fine. I actually kind of like the way it feels. It does have a little bit of that velvety texture, but at the same time, I feel very plumped and moisturized. So I don't know what to say. So far, first impressions, I think I like it. Packaging though, I would have expected at least like a glass bottle, or I don't know, just something different, and something where the label is not already peeling off. I feel like I'm being too harsh. Okay, I need to, everything's fine. Okay, so far we're good. It's not greasy or oily feeling at all, which I really like. I feel like I have a good canvas for the foundation. So the foundation retails for $68, and this is a sheer to medium coverage foundation. I used to be all about the full coverage everything, but since I've been using Curology and my skin has cleared up a lot, I've been venturing into more medium / sheer to medium coverage products. And I actually do have a breakout right here, and this like popped out of nowhere, and I haven't had a breakout in weeks, so I guess we'll see how this foundation performs over that. Again, the packaging of this, the unicarton, is very luxurious feeling, and I like that it kind of folds up like that. That's really fun. This is now this is a bougie looking foundation. This is a nice frosted glass bottle. The cap kind of gives me Tom Ford vibes almost, with the black and gold, and then the label is very pretty and reflective. And this is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection foundation. I got mine in the shade light medium 14, so hopefully this is a good shade. It looks like it should be a good shade. This is a natural finish foundation, and it says it's good for basically all skin types. I was looking on Sephora's website, and it said good for oily skin, dry skin, combo skin, and normal skin, so basically all skin types. And it claims to be long wearing, smoothing, blurring, weightless, and moisturizing. So we'll see about that. To apply it, I do want to use my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, but I might just start off with one side of my face because that's what I normally use with my foundation. So I'm just gonna pump the foundation right onto the sponge, and right away I pumped 2 pumps on, and it's pretty liquidy, actually, a lot more liquidy than I expected. So I'm just gonna go right in and just kind of focus on this half of my face, and then we'll see if I want to use a different tool for the other half. So this is as far as 2 pumps of the foundation got me. I haven't been able to cover any of this part of the skin yet, but I was focusing over here. I just decided to use the sponge for the whole face because I feel like it's looking good the way it is. I think I have a dog hair in my foundation. Oh no, it's just like a little scratch. That's weird. So I am gonna go in with one more pump of the foundation and finish covering things up. You can still very blatantly see this breakout right here. I didn't put a ton of product right there, but I'll see if I can kind of cover it up a little bit more this time. So I just added one more pump of the foundation. So here we have 3 full pumps of the foundation, and when I'm looking at it, I would say this is a medium, a sheer to medium coverage foundation. It definitely, like I said, didn't cover this breakout right here. You can see it very obviously, and I did add more product there. But overall, it's very skin-like, which I like. It does have a very natural finish. It doesn't look cakey. The color is pretty spot on. It's a little bit more like yellow undertones than I feel like my natural skin tone color is, but it actually doesn't look bad at all. I love the way that it looks on my skin, actually. It looks so good. I really like this a lot, and it's not too dewy or too matte. It actually has a very in-between finish. It has some sheen to it, but it's not like, it doesn't look like there's wet foundation on my face, if that makes sense. So we're off to a really good start. I'm kind of hoping that I don't fall in love with this product because it is, they're all very expensive, but so far I'm really liking this combo. So now I'm gonna go in with some concealer, and for concealer I'm just gonna go ahead and use this Fenty concealer. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer, and this is in the shade 185. I've been using my Jeffree Star concealer like every single day, so I thought I would switch things up today. So this is what we look like with concealer. I'm still loving the way that things are looking. It just definitely highlighted our face a little bit, adding that concealer, and it concealed some of this under eye area and then highlighted the center of the face. You can still see this breakout, very stubborn breakout, but it looks a lot better than it did with no makeup on. So now we're going to set the foundation, and to do so I have the setting powder. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection setting powder, and again, same material of packaging. I think it's very luxurious, and this says that it is a weightless buildable microfine setting powder, that it's runway tested and mother approved. That's really cute. This powder retails for $55. There are 5 shades. Oh, also there are, I think there's either 35 or 36 shades of the foundation, and then there's 5 shades of the powder, and it says it is a sheer veil of coverage. It's silky and has a velvety feel, blurs imperfections, and is long lasting. Those are the claims of the product. Here is the actual packaging. I think it's very Pat McGrath-esque, and it's simple but it's nice. So far the only product that I'm disappointed in the packaging in is the primer. So I have this in the shade light medium 2, so this is the second shade, and yeah, you get 5 grams of product in here, and this is what it looks like when you open it. There is a protective, oh oh gosh, it just kind of exploded everywhere. But this is a product that has the mesh sifter. So at first I thought there was no sifter and I kind of panicked. But this does have a mesh sifter, which it is kind of hard to see because the camera is so bright. But there's a little mesh piece right here that the powder can filter through, and it is a movable sifter. So I am just going to go over my under eye area to make sure we don't have any creases, and then going to set the face with this. And I do have very oily skin, so I do use a lot of powder, but I'll try to not go too heavy-handed because I do feel like I have somewhat of a matte base on. It's really weird. So here we go. All right, so now that I've put a light layer of powder over the entire face with the sponge, I am just gonna go in with my Bling Brushes F1 and a little bit more product, just like a tiny bit more product, just to lightly go over everything and make sure that I didn't miss any areas of the face. Now you can see the mesh sifter a little bit better. So you can see it's like a little soft thing right here, which I really like the packaging that has these matte sifters. So this is what our face looks like with the primer, foundation, some concealer, and the powder on. Right away, I love the way that my skin looks right now. It honestly looks even more like a medium to even, not full coverage, but more full coverage than it did before when I added the powder. That definitely added a little bit of coverage in a good way. So I feel like I have a really good canvas. My under eye area is looking a little bit dry, so I do need to set my face with some setting spray. But overall, things look really good. My pores don't look bad at all. They actually look really decent. A lot of times I struggle right in this area with larger pores, but they look very normal right now, which is a very good thing. I do think my skin is a little bit too yellow for, you know, like my face is a little bit too yellow for my neck, but that's fine. We'll fix things up when I finish the rest of my makeup. So I am gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. I'll do that off camera, but I will leave the details in the description box, and then I will come back and give you my final thoughts. Alright you guys, so I just finished my makeup and I absolutely love how everything turned out. My skin looks so glowy and fresh, and I love this glittery eye look. I of course used the With Love Cosmetics pressed glitters. I used this one right here. I'm not sure what the name of it is off the top of my head, but I'll put it on the screen. And like I said, all of the makeup details that I used on my face today will be in the description box. I don't know. I'm just really feeling my makeup today. So overall, I have to say, so far, I love the face products that I tried out today. The primer, the foundation, and the powder. I will say that the powder made it have less of a natural skin-like finish, and it definitely made things look a little bit heavier and thicker and more like full coverage glam kind of look. But if I didn't use the powder, then I feel like it would be more, it's definitely more than a tinted moisturizer, but I feel like it would have more of a finish of a tinted moisturizer. But adding the powder like I did definitely set things really, really, really well and makes it look more like a full glam look in my opinion, which I personally love. And I'll definitely keep trying it out. I'll try it without setting it, which sounds a little scary to me, or maybe I'll just set like the under eye area or something. And honestly, I feel like I used 3 pumps today and I could have used less and gotten a different vibe. I feel like the less pumps that you use, the more of a natural, like I said, tinted moisturizer kind of effect you get. But it's definitely a foundation, so don't think that I'm calling it a tinted moisturizer. It's definitely foundation. It's just not like paint like some of the other foundations out there. So honestly, overall, I love. I'll definitely have to continue trying them out before I give a completely legit, honest, you know, in-depth opinion, because this is a first impressions review. But I usually can tell pretty much right away if I'm gonna like something or not, and I love the way that my skin looks right now. I feel like I might need to go 1 shade down though, which kind of sucks. But if I get a little bit more sun, then I think that this shade will be great. But whew, overall, I'm in a real good mood. I think things look great. Let me know what you guys think. Have you guys tried any of these products out before? Together, I think everything looks great. I feel like I mean, hard to say, but I feel like you don't need the primer to get the same effect. I feel like the foundation would look very similar on the skin without the primer, but I do feel like the primer and foundation and powder just melted together and became one, which I really, really like. I think that's part of what makes it look so natural. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I have 2 other videos to film today and I'm really excited. So yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you in the next one. Bye.